What's going on YouTube? It's Day the CEO, and today I'm going to be doing a breakdown of the trades that I ended up taking for Thursday, November 4th. And yeah, let's get right into it. So today there's three main tickers that I ended up playing, and it's going to be NVDA, QCOM, and AMZN. So with NVDA, we've seen a recent push above all-time highs with a lot of buying pressure and volume, a similar move to how Tesla had when it ended up breaking all-time highs. So that was a specific watch. Next, looking at QCOM, the reasoning behind this watch, we seen a price upgrade, and then we also were seeing heavy buyers coming in pre-market, showing signs of upside as there was a lot of bid size holding the levels on level 2. So that's another reasoning behind the watch of QCOM. Then last but not least is going to be AMZN, of a break of a key psychological / resistance point of 3400 that we ended up taking as well. So first we'll get into the breakdown of NVDA. So with NVDA was a bounce play, and the bounce that I signaled in the trading chat, which if you're not following on Instagram is at Project3. If you'd like to join, the link will be below, as well as my Instagram at Day the CEO. So the initial bounce levels that we ended up putting in the Discord are going to be the 272/270 level. Now why is that? It is going to be because we see upside. Now we obviously could have taken this break of 274 as well, and most likely we would have ended up taking that break if it didn't pull back right off open. But we're looking at this level, we see these lows pre-market and where buyers decided to push the price back up. So our lowest level just based off pre-market is going to be 270. Now we also have this level at around the 272 level as we see this accumulation zone. So the only way that we're going to actually end up executing this trade is if throughout this whole hour of pre-market we're going to want to see buyers stepping in, as well as just certain levels holding, not getting pushed through quickly or blown out quickly. So right off open there was a lot of bid size and a really aggressive support around these levels. So we were already seeing bids around these lower levels, and then market orders just began to start flowing in right at open, and that's why we executed this bounce play. So we ended up taking this bounce play, and then obviously NVDA decided to run. So this was the first entry. That was kind of just the reasoning behind the bounce play. Now this is obviously just looking at pre-market levels because we're at such a high trading range with NVDA especially. So once you're at all-time highs, something that you want to pay attention to that's important for pre-market is for playing bounces is going to be pre-market if the stock is at an all-time high. So that's a tip to write down. So that's really it for NVDA. We ended up taking that trade there. It ended up running insanely today. NVDA is up 12%, about 32 points. My exit point was at about a 30% take profit. I wasn't looking to hold this throughout the whole day. Now obviously it would have been ideal if I did hold this play, as it was about a 5,000% profit margin if we were to hold, but I ended up taking profit around the 276 level, which I'm completely happy with in this market. I'm not looking for 1,000% plays, although it would be good to hold. Next play that we ended up getting into is going to be QCOM. So like I mentioned before, we had this obvious price upgrade on QCOM. Not really the same as a bounce level. We're just playing a momentum break at the open. Now we did have bounce levels as well in the Discord if we did sell off right off open, but I signaled in the Discord that we're watching the 157.1 break for upside, which is going to be pre-market high, as we saw a lot of buyers holding this level. We didn't really see a heavy push to the downside, and then buyers just began to step in right at open. So we did have a bit of a 30-second, 20-second consolidation range right at open, and just from there we saw a lot of bid size holding the 156.75 level, so the stock really wasn't looking to fall further below. And then as well as the bid size being high, we saw market orders coming in, and then we did have that break above to the upside for about a 2.5 point move, where we ended up exiting at the perfect exit. Not exactly the 159.6, but we did exit at the 159.5 level. So that was a great exit and just a good quick scalp that I ended up trading. So that's really it for QCOM. Nothing too major, just a quick scalp off the open with a lot of demand and a heavy push to the upside. Now for the final trade that I ended up taking today is going to be Amazon. So the key level for Amazon that I signaled in the Discord is going to be this 3400 level. So as we can see, this 3400 level is kind of a key level that we see a lot of upside with, as well as a psychological level for Amazon. And let me get to the 1 day. So just with Amazon, we saw some momentum off the open. Now we were obviously lower, trading a bit lower. Now if we look to the previous day, we are pushing back up after the earnings sell-off. So what we did see with Amazon is right off open, buyers began to step in. Now yesterday we weren't really able to test this 3400 level like we were able to today, but we ended up breaking above it today, holding above, and then that was going to be our entry point. I ended up trimming my first part of position at 3410 and then ended up trimming again around 3422, and similar to NVDA, it ended up running very, very far, all the way to almost nearly 3500. So about 100-point move from the exact entry point. Now there were people in the chat that ended up holding. Personally, I'm just scalping using a bit more position size in this market. If I see a probable trade, I'm not really looking to hold it for a very long period of time. So those were my 3 trades for the day. Ended up playing NVDA, QCOM, Amazon. Like I said before, NVDA was a bounce play, QCOM high momentum play. Watching level 2 time and sales to see a break to the upside right off open, as well as watching pre-market for both of those. And finally, last but not least, the Amazon trade break of 3400 with heavy momentum and buyers coming in. So I appreciate everybody watching this video. Make sure to drop a like, comment down below, follow my Instagram at DayTheCEO if you haven't, and if you'd like to join the Discord, be sure to click the link in the description or bio or whatever in my Instagram. So I appreciate everyone, and have a great day and rest of your trading week. Peace. See you in the next one.